It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we've got a pair of teams who met each other in Super Bowl 25. It's the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills.
And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Western New York. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
Coleman with the grab. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Second down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up second down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Again, Allen to the air. Connection made to Coleman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down, ball at the 36. To the air again, Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They put a receiver in motion right. Allen on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact, how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Bass now to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Airing it out to start this drive. Neighbors with a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Second and 6 coming up here. They send a receiver in motion right. From the 29. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Gets this to Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Play action on first down. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going, and when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
3rd and long for him here. This is complete to Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. So now after being backed up just a bit, another 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Flushed out of the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Giants pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Finds Kincaid. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blitz coming here. Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 44. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
First tone of the game for James Cook. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here's 2nd and 5. Gets this to Kincaid. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Allen. He's on the move. Steps up and he's running with it. That's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Putting a receiver in motion. Working inside the red zone. He's got this complete to James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo! So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Robinson sent in motion left. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He finds Johnson. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He'll look to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They start out with a 2nd and 3. This finds Bellinger. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Giants will have a first down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. He'll throw it. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen are ready to get back to work now on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Allen looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he's gonna go down right along the midfield stripe.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing here, Allen. He finds Kincaid. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
First down, ball at the 36. To the air again, Allen. Working the sideline, that's Coleman. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Allen off the play action. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Man in motion here. Again, Allen to the air. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
To throw again, it's Allen. The throw is caught. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw again. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on 1st down.
Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. It's the Giants with 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Neighbors with a catch. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Dropping back to throw. Flushed out now to his left. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Bills getting one more drive here before the break. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. It's halftime here in Buffalo. The Bills with the lead after 2. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Bass now to kick this away. Gray now on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Ball at the 33 for first down. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the first down play.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back now, pressure on its way. The Bills getting close, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Bills will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10, here's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Allen setting up play action. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send a man in motion. Allen on 3rd down. Connects with the open man downfield. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They send him left out of the slot. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Complete to Shakir. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Allen on the play action. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Third and 4 coming up now. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen on 3rd and short. Connection made to Coleman. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. To the air again, Allen has it in close, and in, touchdown Buffalo! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. pass now to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here comes the New York offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throw on 3rd down. This is complete to Neighbors. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First down, ball at the 36. Man in motion here. They go play action on 1st. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bills take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They've got a man in motion. Allen now on 1st down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Allen. Coleman with the grab. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have, well, was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
Amendola able to put it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Bass now to kick this away. Gray now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, I can promise you, the guy's locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He finds Slayton. And they take him down right along the 30. Second and 3 now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. A handoff to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw, needing a first. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, it's Cook. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. They bring the tight end in motion. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, Kate, you want to know how crazy your partner is next to you? I would love to take a fan right out of these stands and put them there on that play, just so they could feel what a 5-yard run feels like. Because it may not look like anything on the stat sheet, but I promise you if the average person felt the pain of what a 5-yard gain was, they'd have a whole new perspective.
Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
This is Cook on the handoff. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Bass now to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants offense all set to get started. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Gotta hurry this to the line. 2nd and 3. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. 1st down from the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Desperation time here on 4th. Rolling left. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Cook. Still some room at the 20. And he's finally taken down to the 24-yard line. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the second half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Bills, as we say so long from Buffalo.